fix our eyes on Him. As we sing today, let's just let these words sink into our hearts. Lord, You are truth. You will remain. Show me what will last. This world will break like glass. Pain may last a day. Your kingdom will.
Hello, I'm Pastor Kyle of Great Commission Ministries in Darlington. I'm calling out to all community officials, community leaders, churches, and pastors. We live in a day and an hour right now where division is running rampant through our nation. It's running rampant through our schools. It's running rampant even through our churches. 2 Chronicles 7:14 tells us that if God's people would humble themselves and pray, that He would hear from heaven and heal their land. I'm coming to you on behalf of just the church in Darlington County, and I'm asking that we as a community and we as churches would come together on the night of February 20th at 7 p.m. and that we would gather for a night of prayer, asking God to heal our land. Churches, our community needs us. Community, you need the churches. The church is the greatest instrument and element of unity implemented into the world. Jesus Christ prayed in John 17 that we would be one as Him and the Father are one. It's our heart on the night of Appeal to Heal to hear from the hearts of pastors and community leaders as we would come together and we would pray, we would call out to heaven. That word appeal literally means to shout out, to cry out. And I believe that God is looking for His people in this time and in this hour to cry out to heaven, to ask Him to heal our land, to heal the community, and to heal the areas where we have been implemented. So I'm inviting you to come out February 20th at 7 p.m., 757 Wire Road. It's not about one ministry. It's not about one area or element of government. It is about all of the officials, all of the churches coming together to pray for our area. You'll find there many different leaders and key community officials, people from the school system, people from the police department, different churches, pastors, ministries that will be represented there on the night of February 20th. But also you will find a people that are truly hungry to see God heal the division in our land. I believe that we serve a God that hears people when they pray. And I believe that we serve a God that desires to heal and bring about a great revival of unity in our community. That we would truly be our brother's keeper. So I encourage you and invite you to come out and be with us. Join together collectively. Not as any church, but as the one church, the Church of Jesus Christ. God bless you.
Hi, I'm Minister Terry Hudson of Remnant Daughters of Darlington, South Carolina. It is an honor and a privilege to be a part of the unity prayer that Pastor Kyle has invited us to. It is my passion and my dream, and it is my desire to see unity brought back to this area, Darlington County, and I'm excited to be a part of it. At Remnant Daughters, we really truly believe that we're going to build our communities back by bridging the gap and using it to build the communities one family at a time. But we can't do that if we don't have churches coming together, if we don't have people coming together, if we don't have county officials coming together instead of fighting each other, instead of bickering and arguing with each other. But we're going to have to come together and be who God has called us to be. One people, one God, under one nation.
Greetings. The reason that I'm here today is because Pastor Meyer came to me and asked me if I would participate in his unity program. I gave it a great deal of thought. What can I bring to the table? I'm not a preacher, certainly not a religious figure or character of any sort, but what I am is a part of the community that instills order, so to speak. Now, what can a church bring to that? If you have people who are stumbling to the edge of the abyss that need to be pulled back, that's what our churches are for. They're the people that will pick you up and dust you off no matter what you've done. To get this done, we've got 300 churches in Darlington County. How many of them work together? How many of them try and get together as a whole, as a mighty force, a mighty army, to to bring forth all of the great things that they have to drag these souls back where they need to be? 20? 10? It should be 300. All God's people should speak with the same voice, and they should all be working together to make things better. I can tell you that I know that as one person, one law enforcement officer, I can't get anything done. But when I get all of my folks together and we have a shared vision of what it is that we're trying to get accomplished, we can do mighty things. Think of what you can do with 300 churches, the members of 300 churches, working together to make things better. Thank you.
Hey everybody, this is Pastor Paul from Great Commission Ministries in Darlington. I'm actually the worship pastor over there. And we're really excited about this appeal to heal for the community and for a unity in our community. And just coming from the worship perspective, what I'm really wanting to do, not just to have a prayer movement in this appeal to heal, but as we are appealing to heaven, as we are going to shake the heavens to make everything go forth on earth as it is in heaven, we want to be worshiping in that as well. We believe that prayer and worship go hand in hand with one another. There's not prayer without worship, and there's not worship without prayer. And so I'm calling out to all the worship pastors, I'm calling out to all the worshipers of Jesus Christ, that we would come together on this night, February 20th, and really rent the heavens open to appeal to heaven for God to heal our land and to unify this community. Because I feel like we're in a broken generation, but I feel like God is so on the verge of healing our land, and we are going to worship, we are going to have just a powerful encounter with the God of heaven, and I believe He's going to hear our prayers and He will heal our land.
What you see here is just a small remnant of community officials, ministry representation that is willing to say, we're done talking about it, we're ready to do something about it. We're done talking about how we need to be united, we're done talking about how the churches need to be united, we need to be united in the workplace, we need to be united in the government. We're saying we're about to put action to the word. So my question is to you, local pastors, local community officials, government leaders, are you willing to, rather than talk about how we need to be unified, are you willing to come put action behind it? Because if so, this is your opportunity. February 20th, 7 p.m., a prayer meeting, appeal to heal, bridging the gap between the church and the community, knowing that God can and will heal our land when we pray.
We're asking that y'all would please come to this, please partake in it, but please come with the agenda that we are there for His agenda. We are not trying to push our own quotas, our own agendas, the things that we want to see done. We want to see done what He wants us to do, and that is to unify this community, to unify the churches. We are going to put action, as Pastor Kyle said, to our words.
In a sea of voices, a single voice can start change. I hope sometime during this presentation that voice has spoken to your heart, and it will encourage you to get out there and get on this path. If we get the first step moving towards that journey, we can get something done.
It's time for us to stop talking about it and start being about it. Have you prayed about it as much as you complain about it? Have you prayed about it as much as you gossip about it? Have you prayed about it as much as you whine about it? It's time to be about our Father's business. And it's time for us, it's time out for the white church or the black church or the white community or the black community. It's time to bridge the gap. It's time to come together. If our land is indeed going to be healed, if God is going to recover us, if we're going to recover all, we're going to have to come together like never before. And I believe it in my heart of hearts, and I believe because God told me that it will happen. If we come together, we will see the magnificent manifestation of what God has seen.
We encourage you to come out, be a part of it. If you're interested in this, reach out to us. You're probably watching this by way of Facebook. Message me, message the church. Shoot one of us a message if we're friends with you on Facebook. Let's get the word out there. Let's truly see this sanctuary packed full of teachers, community officials, governors, mayors, councilmen, councilwomen, whatever it is. Doctors, lawyers, people that are strategic units in this community. Let's see us be interwoven through the lace of prayer. Because when we humble ourselves and pray, God will hear from heaven and heal our land. Come make an appeal to heal with us.